Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. The Panthers on a prowl will continue driving down the field to the red zone. We just got a first down and 10. Smitty on the loose, wide open Ted again. Stack 6 more on the board, looking like a win. With the 6-game winning streak, put them out their misery. Brady wanna cry when the ref threw the penalty. Panthers got a hot team, Patriots the enemy. Draw the first blood, different team than we used to be. Cam swerving through the traffic, signaling a first down. Fans on their feet and the crowd getting really loud. Offense did a job off the field. There's a towel. Bank of America. Stadium is going down. Defense got him pushed back to the end zone. Hardy with the sack. That's a safety and we got the ball. Rushing on your shotgun. Staring at the barrel, y'all. All New England fans hear him saying that ain't fair at all. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Better watch the linebacker, he can read you like a book. Run 40 yards just to tackle Luke. Got him shook, Toby like a tank. And D'Angelo with the fake. Stiff arm, out of bounds, 25 to game. Stewart back, healthy 3 lethal running backs. It's suicide, add the wide receivers, it's a rout. Secret weapon, make plays, Greg Olsen make it happen. Keep pounding on these haters, we ain't playing John Madden. Legion of the Hood, hometown go boom. Force and fumble, Panthers making sure the ball is loose. Jack move, Charles Johnson, yeah, he will come attack you. State of mind, mentally and physically, we pass you. Godfrey in the nickel back, and he making sure we're safe. Panthers on the prowl, we gon' come and elevate the state. Hard fought thriller, only 59 seconds left. Panther fans on the feet, heart beating out the chest. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep
Alright, it's the mock draft number 19 stream. What's going on, y'all? Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so, and don't forget to check out the Facebook group page. Keep pounding, all caps for in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news, such as scheduling for the channel and for the Audio Sports app. Keep pounding, finish for elite. If you want to get your hands on the intro like the one you see on the screen, if you're a content creator, go check out Linda Ty on Instagram using her last name first, Ty, T-A-I, panels, videos, etc. Go check her out, man. She's awesome. Tell her I sent you. She'll hook you up. Fair pricing. And just an all-around awesome person. Linda or Ty on Instagram. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. How are we feeling today? How are we feeling? I'll tell you this right now. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood because I just confirmed on Over the Cap that we officially have Cade Mays under contract for the Carolina Panthers. Now, I don't know about you guys. I'm excited. We got every piece of that offensive line back from last year. That was a top 5 offensive line last year. And I'll go ahead and say it. We're on a roll. Dan is cooking. Dan is straight up cooking, man. And I'm excited to see what he's going to cook up in this draft. If y'all excited for that too, man, let me know. Let me know. Because we got some beautiful prospects on that board. And the fact that I just confirmed that official signing means we have a lot less work to do. Officially. And, you know, apologies about the screen. I'm trying to fix it. There we go. I ain't it. Oh, I want that. I don't care about the screen capture. Get that out of here. My apologies, guys. I'm trying to get that needs to be no. Okay. I guess that's the best we're gonna be able to do. That just ain't my day when it comes to technology. It is what it is. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. I'll tell you what, though. As long as everything else works, hey, we're good. We're good. Why is everything not scaling correctly? There we go. Stretch the screen. Thank you. Okay. Alright. As long as everything works properly, we're good. Yeah, we're solid. Streamlabs doesn't always work with me. Sometimes it works against me and it's a pain in the butt. But, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, 3.4. We signed him. It's done. He's under a current contract. We got the Cade Mays back. And you know what? I could not be happier. I could not be happier, man. And now we're going to get to the elephant in the room. There's two pieces of things that I wanted to discuss today. The first is Dan Morgan is considering all options as far as what to do with the number 8 pick, which means we could trade down. Keyword could, because it's a possibility. It doesn't mean we're actually going to do it, but it's possible. Okay? I want to be plainly clear about that. It's possible. And I want to use that in the most plain language possible for you to understand. Because I've seen two different streamers now get upset about this and be like, oh, Dan has no plan. He has no clue what he's doing. Dude, all he's trying to tell you is a trade down is still in play. It doesn't mean we're going to do it. It means it's in play. It could happen. Y'all need to stop taking this man's words out of context and putting your own agendas to it. Take it as face value. Dan is just trying to tell you, this is what we're doing. You know? He said, these things are possibilities. He didn't say we were going to do it. Okay? See, now you put words in his mouth. And that ain't right. That ain't right. Tell the truth now. Tell the truth. By the way, I got me some personalized this watch to put that on there. Yup. It's beautiful, man. It's beautifully made. Beautiful craftsmanship. I love it. Shout out to the people that made that, man. I got a surprise for y'all too coming in the mail. You're going to like this. But you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait to the next Madden Monday, the last one. The last mock draft Monday. Before the draft. I'm hoping I get it in time. I'm hoping I do. I think I will. I'll probably get it way before that stream. We'll see. But I'm debuting it next week. Yeah, y'all about to see something cool, man. Something really cool. Alright, so now that we have addressed Dan Morgan, now I want to address the fact that there is a possibility of us moving down 2 spots. There's a rumor going around with the Chicago Bears that we could move down 2 spots. We could pick up a 2nd round pick. We would trade one of our fourths. And let me make sure I got this right. Let me check the team chat real quick. Let me make sure I got this right. There it is. Alright, so we give them our 8th and one of our 3 fourth rounders for their 10th and their 2nd rounder. I think it's the 38th pick. Ooh, man. I mean, how you feel about that, though? Let me know. Let me know in chat how y'all feel about that. Or in the comment section, man. If you're watching this on the VOD. Let me know how you feel about that. I mean, we're going to explore that. Let's explore that right now. Let's go to work. Now, you already know. It is customary for me to ask for the 204 from Dallas for the 7th rounder. Now, as we know, we have a first. We have a second rounder, which is the 57. We have a third rounder, which is the 74. Now, according to the rumor, because we have two fourth rounders here, 111 and 114, they're asking for one of the two fourth rounders. I'll say this, Matt. If Chicago wishes to make that trade, I would be willing to come off of 114 and go down. Well, where's Chicago in the 4th round? They ain't even there. Alright, so they would get a pick right there at 114. Now, the problem with this is, we would have to use two of our 5th rounders to get into the late 4th round. Plus the fact that Chicago doesn't have a 4th at all. If Chicago had a 4th, I would be interested in making this move. Sorry guys, I'm tired. It's late. I've had some stuff to do today, so it is what it is. But we're here. For sure we're here. Alright, so we got the 140, we got the 146 in the 5th round. Now here's what I'm interested in doing. I want to see what's available around 140 in a couple different mocks today. And then I'll tell you if I want to move from that, if I want to move that 140 or not. It depends. It depends on who you would be targeting with the Chicago pick. And the Chicago pick is, let me see. 41. There's 41 in the 2nd round. So we would get pick 41. It's either 39 or 41. Which one do you want to ask for? If you ask for the 39, that means we're trying to get our 39 back. I don't think they're going to be willing to do that. Now, they might swap for the 41. But they're not going to give that 39 back. Now, here's the bigger danger. Okay? Pay attention now. The Saints are sitting here at 9. The Saints are sitting here at 9. So, whoever we don't pick, the Saints are going to grab. This has been proven on a lot of different mock drafts now. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. When we take Jalon Walker, they go after Mikael Williams. When we don't take Jalon Walker, we move down, they take Jalon Walker in a lot of cases. So Chicago wanting to move up to 8 here could actually put us in a difficult situation where New Orleans would have one of those two players. But here's the thing. You got 7 teams in front of us, and 3 of them are vying for a defensive line prospect. I could easily see Cleveland, Jacksonville, or the Raiders taking one of those guys. Abdul Carter is going to one of those 3. Now, I don't know which one he's going to. I would bet on Cleveland, since they just signed a quarterback to assist Deshaun Watson. Now, Jacksonville will likely go Mason Graham. We're not touching Mason Graham. I don't think in any circumstance. There might be one out of a, but that's a really, really outside of the box circumstance, and there's not a very high percentage chance of that happening. In my opinion, in my honest opinion. And I've done a number of these mock streams, so, and mock drafts, so, into the entire system. If you decide to trade down with the Seattle Seahawks, and you do the trade that I suggested, I mean, that's money right there. That's straight money. We might be able to double up on a couple of positions doing that too. But in this particular mock draft, we're going to explore, is it possible to trade down 2 spots with Chicago and still end up with what we want? Because we could still do the second half of that Seattle trade. Because mainly what I'm interested in is moving that 74 and see what we can get for it. I mean, that's what I'm interested in right there. So we're going to explore, how is this possible? Can we still do both? Is it possible? Alright, so we made our 7th round trade into the 6th. Let's go. What's going to happen? Travis Hunter, okay. Graham's gone. So Jalon Walker is there at 8. We've explored enough of these situations where Abdul Carter is still a slight possibility. I just don't see... Excuse me. I just don't see the logic in going after a tight end this early. It just doesn't make sense. When have we ever in our Panthers history gone after a tight end this early? Not that I don't believe in Tyler Warren. I do. And I do think that he would definitely boost our offense. But the goal is not to move our depth chart down, you know, to fit in Tyler Warren as a rookie. You know, the goal is to replace Ian Thomas. You know, and the garbage that was. Well, I shouldn't say garbage. I should say players that just weren't up to the level of being on a 93-man roster, 53-man roster. So, 53-man roster. My bad. You can see my brain's not 100% sharp tonight, but we're gonna roll with it. Normally I'm sharper than this, but you know, like I said, it's been a long week so far. It's about to get even longer, but we'll see though. But yeah, I don't see the logic in going after a tight end this early. It just doesn't make sense to me. When you've got options out there that can replace Ian Thomas in late rounds. So, I mean, in this particular mock, we know that we're going to take Joanne Walker, so that's an easy pick right there. We'll just run a regular mock here, just because that situation has popped up. Now, what I'm interested in is where Starks goes. There's Mikael Williams. Starks goes to the Chiefs. Okay. Alright. As per usual. Oof. Dart goes to the Jets. Ouch. That is not where I want to see him go to. Would you guys like me to react to Dan's presser today? I mean, I can. I'm choosing not to right now, but I can. Of course, we're going to be streaming tomorrow too, so we'll do mock draft 20, number 20 tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, we can cover it then. But tonight it's got to be strictly mocks because of how late it is and what we got to get done. You want me to move down? No. 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 Nope. Sorry. Nope, sorry. The pick is Jack back. Let's have a conversation. I want to see if we can pull this off. 114 for the 137. Value wise. No. They won't do that. Okay, Seattle. I think that's a proper value trade. I think it is, honestly, for what I'm trying to do. I think it is. White's still there. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and make this move. Let's go ahead and do this. It is going to probably, yeah. Well, it's gone. That's understandable. Okay. I'm not looking to make any more moves at the moment. Should move down a little bit and get a 2 6s. Intriguing, but no. That's proper value, though. I'll give you that, Cleveland. That's proper value. That's not necessarily what I'm looking for, though. And they took my tackle. Okay, so we could always go for Logan Brown later. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'll take I didn't count on Tate being there still. I've heard a lot of positive things. Running back. Tight end. Arroyo. Don't care about that. Okay. Yeah. The pick here is Charles Grant. I know that's going to look like a reach. I know it is. But trust me on this. I think it's the right move, man. I think it is. I'm not willing to move that pick down that we just acquired from Seattle. Rather, I'm looking to just sit on it. You know? Nah, these are garbage offers. Thank you. Because here's the thing. If we don't take Charles Grant at 82, somebody's going to reach. So it's basically a battle of do we want to reach or do we want to allow somebody else to reach? You know, and grab them. And go for Fairchild instead. I'd be interested in Jacob Parrish here. We still need to get Stutzman though. We need our coverage linebacker, man. We really need that. Ooh, but Deon Walker. To me, they will. Yeah, I think we better jump on Deon here. I have a feeling Stutzman's gonna sit, man. I have a feeling. And if we miss on Stutzman, there's also Bossa. So we have a little bit of a safety net there. With defensive tackle, we really don't. We have Caldwell. I feel like Deon Walker is better than Caldwell. And then it's Ty Robinson for me. And then I would consider Norman Watt. But excellent. All right. That's what I was hoping for. I got my wish. Very good. Now that's the most intriguing offer I've seen so far. 111 to 132 and I get a 170. I would be interested in that. 111 to a 130 and I get a 196. See, that doesn't have the appeal though of that 170. That 170 I could do some damage with. The 196 not so much. tempting Buffalo, but I'm going to have to pass. We're still hunting for our linebacker, man. So if we weren't hunting for a linebacker right now, I would have said by all means. But we got to have him. Ooh, they reached on Gadsden? This... Ooh, Buccaneers got Caldwell. That's not good. Ty Hamilton's off the board. Okay. Okay. I think this pick has to be Noel Williams. As tempting as Devin Neal is, man. And God, is he tempting. Oh, I want him. I would love to have Devin Neal at this pick. I would love it. But can we guarantee Noel Williams won't go before 140? I don't think he will. I'm going to take a chance here. I'm drafting Devin. Nah, the fact that I'm getting offers shows me exactly what I need to know. I don't even need to look in the corner section. Noel's still there. I just got an offer. Yep, he's still there. Beautiful. Done. And done. Yeah, they can have Bossa at this point. I got my linebacker. I'm happy. 146 down to 196. 4th and 7th. Proper value, but I'm not interested. Proper value again, but not interested. Okay. There's Logan Brown at 149. I think Logan Brown might be the pick here. Let me see what else is here. Yeah, 188. The 163 pick will be Luke Lackey. Safety. I want Jalen Reed. This is my one shot at Jalen Reed. Okay. We may have to take a hit at tight end and hope Luke Lackey is still there. They took my tight end. So now the other thing is Logan Brown. Now, if we want to secure our tackle position, now is our opportunity with Logan Brown. I wasn't counting on the Oregon tackle still being there, which is Ajanai. I would not be against having a Georgia tackle over there. We just got to be at the right size, you know. Let's check out Trust. Let's make sure. I need to see what we're doing with here. 6'7", 309. Pretty good measurables. Multi-role offense. Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere, folks. You know what? I might just use that 204 on a tackle, man. If Jack Nelson's there, I want Jack Nelson first. This is too good to pass up. I gotta take Jalen Reed. I've got to. I've got to have my safety. That pick is an obvious one right there. Logan Brown's still there. And I'm getting offers. Fascinating. Okay, 163. This 163 just to make sure it's not a reach. I'm not against that idea. They're not going after a safety. They're not going after a corner. Let me see if they got anything up here that's worth making a move up for any team. I'm going to say no on defensive tackle. No. Somebody might go for Mitchell Evans. I could see that. I could see them trading up for a wide receiver too. And since I took Devin Neal off the board, maybe they might go running back too. Because Trevor Etienne's sitting here. So is Ollie Gordon. This is a tough one. Should I go Logan here? I mean, we don't have another solid tight end choice. I think Luke Lackey might be the choice here. I hate to do this, but yeah. Please leave Logan Brown on the board. Please leave him there. I'll take Jack if necessary, but that's a lot of picks in between. Oh. I don't like this. Okay. Yep. No, they took him. They got him. Alright, well, this pick's obvious. It's got to be Jack. Got to be Jack. Samurai Jack. How many of y'all watch that show, man? It was a good show. That was a good one. Rip Cartoon Network, am I right? Jugga, the old school Cartoon Network, I mean. Because the old school Cartoon Network was amazing. Oh my goodness. But yeah. We got every position of need. I do feel like that could have slightly been a reach on Grant. But if we didn't grab him there, somebody else would have. So, I feel like that's a winning draft right there. Alright, so to recap, we used 2 seventh round picks to get us into the 6th round. Dallas Cowboys 204. That's only going to get you a late 6th round pick, but it's better than what we could have gotten. You know, if you only use 1/7, you're not going to get anything. That's just the rule of the game. Alright, so traded down with Seattle from 74 to 82. And I picked up a 92. Moved that 114 down with them and got a 137 out of it. And they also got a 5th from me too. From next year. Which is perfectly respectable. We can always go and try to get that 5th round back. I don't see a problem with it at this point. A 5th rounder for next year isn't going to kill us. But it does. I'll say that. It does hurt. Because you never know what's going to pop up in the 5th round next year. But see, we still have a 6th for next year. And there's a lot of different options. So, shoot. If we don't like a certain player in trading cap, we can always move him for a 5th too. That's always a possibility. So, I mean, it's not like we're shooting ourselves in the foot too much with this. I feel like it's even value. But that's what happens when you try to trade with Seattle after the 50 pick. You know? It's a little dangerous, but it does tend to work. In general. Trade back and take Nick Emery. I'm going to tell you why that's not a good idea. I prefer Starks. Let me show you why. Let me start with Nick. And there's a reason why. I'm not even spelling his name correctly. Start up mock. You guys already saw me run a mock with us choosing Nick Emery. Emery, yeah. Emery. Oh, it's 2 M's. Where is he? Oh, we'll find him. We'll find him. He's a safety. Should be easy to find. There he is. Okay, so with Nick Emery, yes, he does play man zone slot. Yes, he does play nickel safety. Great measurables. Beautiful measurables. They don't like his hands. Actually, looking at his percentages, there's no reason not to take him now. Look at that. That's beautiful. They're comparing him to Kyle Hamilton, Brisker, and but everything else checks out. Let me see Starks. Malachi Starks. I stand corrected. Maybe I do like Nick Van Moren better. Maybe I do. 77 tackles, 52 solo, 3 pass deflections, 1 pick. Okay. The measurables aren't exactly hitting home at this point. And his coverage is lacking a little bit. But his tackling is 93%. His run defense is 93%. Does he fit this system better? I believe he does. However, our coverage at safety was not up to snuff last year with Xavier Woods because they were using him incorrectly. They were using him as a run stopper. He's not a run stopper. He's a coverage man. So, and that's what the Rams thrived on, was that run stop. You know, at times, but mostly coverage from Xavier Woods. The problem with Xavier Woods was his tackling. His tackling was absolutely atrocious at times last year. There were times where he was out of position. He didn't know where he was supposed to be. And I mean, do we want another repeat of that? You know, with Malachi Starks. That's what I'm concerned about with Malachi Starks now. Because you're starting to... That's not good. That's bad territory right there to be going down in. Yeah, he does play his own slot and nickel safety, but the problem is, what are you covering, bro? You know? I always see 3 pass deflections. I always see 1 pick here, man. You know, that's underwhelming numbers for a Georgia safety. That's something you don't want to see. You expect at least 3 interceptions, 2 to 3 interceptions here. You expect to see about 5 or 6 pass deflections to this point for a Georgia line, secondary man. And you should be expecting these guys to be toting their numbers, man. You know, tote your numbers, man. Where they at? They ain't there. And that's the main reason, man, why people are probably going to steer away from Starks and lead more towards Nick Emmanwori. So, do I agree with this post now? Yes, I do. I will heart that. That's okay. That's okay. If it ain't there, it ain't there. That's fine. But at first, those percentages were not matching up to what you just saw. So maybe they reevaluated them after meetings and stuff. Maybe that's what happened. But yeah, at first, Nick Emmanwori's numbers were a little lower than Starks, and that's what made me want to go with Starks. You know, was the issue of the lack of tackling and the coverage issue. You know, but Now that I see that Nick has shown those percentages, now I'm way more inclined to pick Nick Amore. And I think it may be the right decision. So go figure. I set out to disprove something, and I ended up proving exactly that person's point. Go figure. It happens. It happens, and I do not mind. You know, it's for the betterment of what we're doing here. You know what I mean? If something like that should happen, please do correct me. You know? I want you to. Because that's the only way I'm going to be able to learn. You know? So. When it comes to football, for sure. For sure. Okay, let's make our customary. Let's get to work on this mock. What's going to happen? Travis Hunter again, Campbell, Instagram, McMillan, boom. Okay. Garbage offers from San Fran. Down to 16, you say? We get a 115 in a round 1? Ooh, Arizona? Ooh, Arizona? Okay. You cooking with this offer right here. That's what I like. That's what I like right there. See? Arizona knows what I like. They talking in a language that I can understand right here. A 115. Ooh, I like that. I like. And you know what? That still gives me an opportunity to move that 74 down too. Yeah. Let's see. Jelani Walker's still there though. You know. Dual Carter's still there. Tyler Warren. Mikael Williams. Mikael Williams might still be down there by the time we make this trade. You know what? I'm doing it. Oh, there goes Mikael Williams. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. And the Falcons take Jelani Walker. Are you kidding me right now? Ouch. Ouch. That's not what you want to see. Okay. Let's see. Warren. Matthew Golden. And this is a scenario where Golden would be in play. In my opinion. Normally I wouldn't consider it, but Steve Smith, ooh, Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant. Okay. Mason Graham's gone. But Kenneth Grant is still there. I'm gonna be real with you. Ooh. I do like Kenneth Grant though. Let's take one more look at Kenneth Grant just to make sure. I don't want to leave anything to chance here. 3 sacks, 32 tackles, 18 solo, 6'4", 331. Good measurables. Tackling is 76%. Good run defense, though. Compare him to Davion Nixon, Mathis, and Levi. That's a tough call right there. That's a tough call. I do see other defensive tackles that I want, though. So, and I think grabbing a safety early is a smart play here. Stupid gnats. Anyway. Yeah. MOR. Now, I'm hoping that they don't make a run on wide receivers. If they do, we're screwed. Because I really want one in particular. I'm really sold on Jack Beck, y'all. Nobody else is talking about this dude, man. And you know what? Keep it that way. Please do keep it that way. Ooh, a 79, a 166, and a round 3? Who you trying to get, Texans? Ooh, I like those picks. That's filthy right there. Ooh, the damage I could do with that, man. That's a lot of weaponry, Houston. You sure you want to offer that to me? You sure you want to do that? Oh, my goodness. That's an offer too good to pass up right there. I don't... Wow. 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 As long as they ain't going for Jack Beck, shoot, I'll take it. Yep. Bet. We just got all those picks, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We just absolutely robbed the train. The Houston train. That was beautiful. That was a stroke of beautifulness right there. And I just got Jack Beck. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me that money, baby. Alright. Seattle, let's talk, man. Let's talk, Seattle. See, now I can move that 79 safely without even a problem. I want that 137 from you. You want me to give up? No. A third, huh? Tell you what, how about a fourth and a sixth? This is where things get a little bit hairy. That's not exactly what I was hoping would happen there. I could move the 14 and 15. I'd rather not. Yeah, 14 and 15. No, I don't want a fourth. Let's run it back. 37. How about a sixth? I'm negotiating at this point. I want that, I want that, I want that. It would do a fifth? Ooh, an upgrade. An upgrade, y'all. In next year's draft, too. Okay. Man. I really want those two picks, man. I really want them. $14 and $15. That's a tough bargain. That is a tough bargain. That's a tough bargain, man. It's even value, but it's... God, that's a tough bargain. Deal. Get out of here, man. Stupid gnat. Bro. Get out of here, bro. Yeah. I feel like we made the right call. Wyatt's still there. Okay. We can get our tackle early. Edge rusher. Jordan Birch. Jordan Birch looks good here. I'm going to be real with you. Jordan Birch. The measurables aren't quite there. But I'll tell you this, though. The tackling is 89%. The run defense is 75%. But the pass rush is 80%. I mean, that's pretty decent for what you're getting here at this point. 8.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 31 tackles, 13. So he's from Columbia too. You know, so for all those people that like the local people, there you go. His player comparisons KJ Henry. Jermaine Johnson II, Braden McGregor. Alright, I can vouch for KJ Henry. And that is an accurate comparison. Because KJ wasn't quite there. You know? He had a little bit of work to do on tackling as well. So that's pretty close, man. I kind of like that one. And I think it may be the right call. Let's see what we think of Jack Sawyer first. I want to give Jack Sawyer a fair chance. Let's go. Ooh, 9 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 59, 25. His numbers are better. Measurable still a little bit underwhelming. What they love is 40 time though. Tackling 76%, but everything else lines up. Jalen Phillips, Tremaine Johnson, Latu. And I actually scouted Latu last year. I don't know how many of you guys remember that. But yeah, I scouted Latu heavily last year. That's a pretty cool comparison, actually. Huh? 76%. I mean, I could work with that. You guys work with that? I could work with that. They hate his arm span. Oof. His arm and his bench are kind of underwhelming. So they don't like his arms. So does that mean he has technique issues with his arms? He can't get off of blocks well enough, or you know, with as fast speed as everybody else. But he kind of resurrects that with the 40 times speed, right? Powerful first contact and maintains leverage throughout the rep. He diagnoses pulling guards and tight ends quickly and and attacks the appropriate gap. Nasty bull rush that can cave in the pocket. Shows exceptional leg drive and hip torque to convert speed to power. Not bad. Cross chop move is a thing of beauty. Times it perfectly to get tackles. Leaning before clearing the hands. Ooh. That takes your hands issue out of the equation, doesn't it? And your arms. As far as the measurables. Consistently controls the point of attack. He elevated in big moments as a captain. Okay. Below average get off. Okay. Has to win with power or through direct lines. Hand timing and pass rush can be erratic. Yep, there it is. Allows offensive linemen to land first punch too frequently. There it is. What I just say. His hands. Technique. Change of direction limitations show up when he's countering back and side. Spin moves lack the explosiveness to threaten NFL tackles. Despite good testing numbers, functional Athleticism appears closer to average. May struggle to win with speed at the next level. Oof. That's a bad bullet point right there. Uh. I could work with it. Give me Jack. I could work with that. We can reteach the proper technique. You know what I mean? Ooh, we gotta get round 4 next year. We move back 8 spots. Intriguing. Move back 3 spots. We get a 197 and a round 5. Ooh. Broncos. Broncos, you win. 197. What am I doing with the 197? That's a good question. Well, that's right before 204. And remember we had that issue with the tight end versus the offensive tackle last time around. Down there between 166 and 204. I wonder, is there anything that would prevent me from getting what I want? That'd be a reach on Stutzman. Tate Rutledge. That's a reach on Grant, too. $85 would not be. Terrence Ferguson. Ooh, Wyatt Miller. Okay. We got... Yeah. Wyatt Millam just made things interesting. Okay, so we can either take Wyatt Millam here. Sure, we lock him up. Or gamble 3 spots. Hope Wyatt's still there. And then pick him then. But we gain a 197 in a 5th rounder. That's a very, very interesting scenario. Who's in between that? What teams are in between that? Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. Ooh, Tampa Bay. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. I don't want Tampa Bay getting our weaponry. I do not want the Buccaneers getting any part of our weaponry. If we can have some type of control over it. Oof. That's a tough one, man. You still got Cameron Williams. I would take Cameron Williams. You know what I mean? If you can't get Wyatt Millam, I would still take Cameron Williams. And the reason I say that is you're talking about a 6'6", 317-pound guy. He's a right tackle, but you can convert him to left. He's got decent numbers, decent percentages, that you could work with as a backup. And he does fit Graham Barton and Matthew Bergeron. Sorry, Bergeron. Bergeron. Probably how you pronounce that. I've heard a couple of different pronunciations, so I don't know. ESPN will get it right, I swear. I'll get it wrong every time. It's just how that works. Do I want to take a gamble with 3 spots on Wyatt? Or do I just want to pick him here? That's a really good trade. Alright, Broncos, you're on. Cool. I'll take Wyatt here. Excellent. No, I'm not trading with you again. Okay. 92. I think the pick is obvious here. It has to be Deion Walker. Stutzman can wait until 111, I think. If you miss on him, there's Bassa. Yeah. Ooh, Charles Grant. Okay. So this is between Charles Grant and Deion Walker. Yeah, I'll say this. Since we got Cade Mays back, Cade Mays can solve that right guard problem. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm taking Deion. Yeah, that's the right move. That's the right move right there. Stutzman's still there. Still there. Proper value Tennessee, but I'm not interested. So that's 9 spots down. You gain in 167, you gain in 178. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Ooh, not with Stutzman on the radar. Not with him on the docket. No, I can't do that. I can't. No. And then you've got Noel Williams sitting there too. Oh, no. This is our last good corner, though. Could Stutzman... They took Bassa. I'm gonna take Stutzman. I'm gonna play a gamble with no Williams again. I have a feeling it's gonna pay off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yep. It definitely paid off, ladies and gents. And would you look at that? Malachi Moore is actually ahead of Jalen Reed. Huh. No kidding. That I did not expect to see. Okay. No Williams. We're going to pick up a 188. What will we do with that? What will we do with a 188? That's an intriguing one, Tennessee. You have my attention. Malachi Moore is still on the board. They're trying to get Malachi. Nope. 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 I can't allow that. I cannot allow that. Nope. Malachi Moore's mine. They took Jalen Reed, so. Oh, nope. 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 Fairchild. Okay, so Fairchild at 146. Let's see. Tight end. Gadsden. Gadsden just made things a little more interesting. Because if we don't reach on Gadsden, somebody else will. Running back. Oh, tough call here at 146. Tough call. I think Trevor Etienne will sit there till 163. I think he will. I feel like he will. I'm willing to bet on that. Even if he doesn't, I can pick up Raheem Sanders. I'm happy with that. You know, I'm not in a hurry for that one. So it's between Fairchild and Gadsden. And I'll say this. Yeah, Gadsden is the right pick for us at tight end, but Fairchild would actually benefit us so much as safety at guard right now. um, we don't pick up Fairchild, we're in trouble. Fairchild. I already know I'm going to regret this. Guess is going off the board. I guarantee it. No? Yeah. Yeah, he's gone. Luke Lackey's still there, though. 75. Can I get a fifth rounder back? Intriguing Saints. What are you trying to get? So now it's a running back versus a tight end. It's that simple. I might take... Shedeur Sanders is gone too. Ugh. In that case, I would probably go Brashard Smith. I feel like Luke Lackey could sit. I feel like this dude could cook for a bit. I'm going Brashard. Bump the extra fifth we would have gotten. I don't care about that. Sixth rounder. $72 and get a 4th and 6. 4th and 6. 3 picks when we get in a 6th rounder. They want Mitchell Evans. I want Luke Lackey. So it depends on what else is still here. What we double down with. I'd be interested in doubling down with a defensive end. Oh, they so want me to move out of this spot. They hate the fact that I'm in this spot. 97. Ty Hamilton might be a good choice here to double up with. Okay. I'm willing to entertain this. You know what? Let's go tie. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, they got my edge rusher. Dang it. Who's still here? Tyler Barron's still here. Check out Barron. Five and a half sacks, 1 forced fumble, 38 tackles, 18 solo. Good measurables. Has trouble tackling. Michael Clemens, Jaguars Hunt, Isaiah Thomas. Not quite up to my standards, bud. Howell Ryland. "16 sacks. Oh. Now we're getting somewhere. 3 forced fumbles. 43 tackles, 29 solo. Good measurables. I'm not a fan of his arms and weight span. 65 tackling, 63 run defense. Nope. That is not what we're looking for. Would I then be willing to go after Rucker? I don't know. Six sacks, 30 total tackles, 16 solo. No. Okay, to be fair to Josh Horner, let's check him out. Four and a half sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 32 tackles, 12 solo. Good measurables. Decent chart numbers. I'm not a fan of the 64 tackling. Lucas Van Ness, Isaiah Foskey, Trojan. Yeah. Boy. Let me see Barron one more time. Oh, pass deflections. Top of those numbers. Nice, nice, nice. You know what? Ooh, dual reds. Roll zone corner. Oh. Where was this dude? Hold up. Oh, somebody drafted him early, didn't they? Yeah, they had to have. Where's he at? Where's he at? Yep, 15. Not the one I'm looking for. Miami, right? I think that's 60 in tackling. It's just not quite enough. Yeah. I'm going to take a chance on Baird. It's risky, but the numbers do speak for themselves. Alright, well, that is all of our needs met. I'll do one more where we trade down and pick up Nick Amori, given the current circumstances. So, we traded 2 7s, we got into the 6th with a 2 of 4. We traded our 8th pick down to 16, got a 115, a first round, and I feel like there was a little more to that trade. Then we went to Houston. We said, okay, round 2, 57 goes down to 58, 79, 166, round 3. So, since all went well with that, then you went down to 79, traded that down to an 82, picked up a 92, traded your 114, picked up a 137, off of the 114 and the 115, picked up some next round, a 5th round for next year, gave up a 6th round. Then you went to Denver and you said, okay, pick 82 goes down to 85. We pick up a 197, a 5th round next year. And we got everything we wanted. So, I will send that over to the team to look at. Let's go again. I want a scenario where Walker goes, early. Alright, we're going to act like Walker is not there. It's just Abdul Carter. We can move down. Kel Williams is there. What happens if all of those options are not there and you have to move down? Enter Chicago. So here is the scenario. Now, what was that offer again for Chicago? Let's plug that in and let's just see. Trade back with the Bears. We give them our 8th, one of our 3 fourths, for their 10th and their 2nd. Fourth. So, if I'm to understand this right, this is what we're doing with. We move down 2 spots. Pick up their 239. We give them a 114 and we don't get anything back for the 114. See, that's where I got a problem. That's where I got a problem right there. It's too much. They're offering too much. So what they might do is scale that back to a 41. Yeah, see, they may scale that back to a 41 or a 72. I would be mildly interested in the 72. This has got to be a multi-team trade, in my opinion. It's got to go 3 ways. Because I want Seattle stuff. Yeah, see, this is too much. This is too much. It's too much of a deal. And you're fleecing the Bears here by doing this. It's too much. A third. We would have to give him a third. In order to make this happen. I don't see it happening. No. 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 Let's just take Juwan Walker here. We'll run one more where we have Nick and Maury. I know I'm pushing it by doing 2. But I gotta get something to eat tonight, man. You know what I mean? I'm down. $100, no. No. Tempting, but no. No, they took my favorite wide receiver. You scumbags. Okay. Here's how we're going to play this. I want Savion Williams with the next pick. So what we're going to do... they're recommending Benjamin Morrison. Benjamin Morrison's already had an injury history. There's your problem there. I'll take Wyatt. Tez is still there. They made a run on defensive ends. Kyle Kennard's still here. Oh, man. Too early for Malachi Moore. Yeah. Oh, man. Took my good people like candy on this one. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. 114 is going to be Caldwell. So this is why I wanted to trade this down. All right, we're gonna. Let's restart the draft. I just want one more. I want one more. Where we move down with Nick. I want one more where we move down with Nick. Okie dokie. So we got our 204. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's bump the Bears, man. I really. I want that for 89 and 92. I get 114 for the 137. Let's see. I don't even need to give you a next round pick, huh? I think fair is fair, though. Give you a sixth. Ooh. Y'all willing to talk to me into a third there? Seriously, a third? Ooh. You know what? At that point, we're only giving up that sixth. I don't know. Well, we don't need to. Nah. I don't want to cheat him. I honestly. Let's ask for the fourth and call it a day. I'll take your fourth and fifth. Well, no. No, I'll take the third. I'll take the third. It's one pick versus, like, all of that. You know what I mean? On 27. Pick up a 59. A 136 and 210. Huh. I like the idea of that 136. The 59 seems tempting. I'm not sure what I would use it for. Alright, see, even with a trade down, Nick Amore is still a C+. This is a problem, so we're not trading down enough. Clearly. Done. Okay, 137 and a fourth. Go ahead and make that deal. I get offered an 86 or 125, 158, and 199 in round two. Tempting, but no, I'm gonna pass. Mikael Williams still sitting here at 18. I'm gonna take Mikael Williams. Take it back. Put that pick. Ooh, pause. Okay, yeah. We already made that deal with Seattle. Alright, we're good. Nope. 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 And nope. This pick belongs exclusively to Wyatt. Unless there's anything else that could challenge that. Not seeing it so far. Okay. What it is. Okay. We had an offer to move down 3 spots. We pick up a 122, a 208, and a round 6. Interesting, Denver. Now you're speaking. Let's Grant off the board. I think we can afford to go 129, a 5th, and a 6th next year. Interesting. 6, pick up a 190, a 164, 165, 4th, and a 6th. These are really good trades. I feel like it's a reach on Fairchild. I feel like it is. I don't feel that way with Deon Walker, though. Take Deon. Boom, went. Okay. I think I might get that guard right here. I don't see anything that could stop me. That's all it is. That's a C plus. Ooh, no Williams is gone. Oh, I did not even see that. Oh. Okay. Parrish might still be there, though. Ooh, there goes Gadsden. Ouch. Okay. This is starting to go down south here very quickly. Parrish, it looks like. Malachi Moore on the next pick, I think. Tough call. How far down are we going here? This is... This is where it gets tempting to get Devin Neal. I'll let him sit until 122. I think. Yeah. Parrish is the pick. Williams. Okay. This one needs to be him. Yep. Okay. So we got a safety spot, a tight end spot, and a running back spot still. I think Devin Neal. We can pick up a 194 if we wish. I, however, do not wish to. Reed is the obvious pick here. Okay. We can always double up with Ty Hamilton in a minute, the defensive tackle. I like Lukaku right there. Okay. Now it's going to be BPA. And I don't feel comfortable with our corner room right now. All the other picks I feel confident with. There's Ty Hamilton. I think Ty. I know I'm going to get a C for that. I don't care. Bite me, man. We've got 2 picks left. Not moving it. Nope. Let's see. Tell you what. I will take da, 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 da. Did we already get a defensive tackle double up? Yeah, we did. Dang it. Ooh, I'll take Miles Frazier, yeah. And lastly, see. No, I'm probably going to get a bad grade for this and I don't care. Nope, Tyler Barron. Alright, so that'll do it. That will wrap up this mock draft stream. I've got a lot more to do tomorrow, so I gotta be up early. So we're gonna call this a stream here, I think. But perhaps tomorrow night's stream will be a lot more involved. Possibly. I'm not sure. But we'll try to make it work. But this is kind of what happens when you get a little too cute with trading down. You know, you got a lot of that weaponry off the board early. You know, in between 85 and 163. So you got to be very, very careful. Alright, so that trade was 8 down to 18. We pick up a 50 and an 82 with Seattle. The 74 down to an 82. We pick up a 92. The 114 to a 137. And we pick up a pick for next year from Seattle. Meanwhile, you got the Denver pick 82. We moved down to 85. We got 122 and 208 and around 6 next year. I think everything is accounted for here. We doubled up at edge, we doubled up at guard, doubled up at defensive tackle, and everything before that, is required picks. I'm pretty satisfied with it. Is there more that I think you could have done with that? Sure. But that's going to do it. Keep in mind, again, Browns could go Travis Hunter. Mason Graham has been number 5 consistently. Alright. Nick Emmanwori is gone. At that point, nah, Nick Emmanwori went to the Saints. Ooh. I need to get to right. It's a bad man. I got stuff to do tomorrow. Alright, so thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. With that being said, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so, and don't forget to check out our Facebook group page. Keep pounding in all caps for in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news, such as scheduling for the channel and for the Yahoo Sports app. Keep pounding Fantasy Football League via the Yahoo Sports Fantasy Football app. If you want to get your hands on an intro like the one you see on your screen, go check out Lindara Ty on Instagram using your last name first, Ty, T-A-I, Lindara, Lindara, for videos, panels, etc. Fair pricing, awesome to work with. Tell her I sent you if you're a content creator, and she will hook you up. That being said, stay happy, healthy, and well. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you to all the new likes, follows, subs, everyone that has joined our chat or watched our VODs. We appreciate you. Left comments or didn't leave comments. We appreciate all of you. Much love to everybody. You guys are awesome. Keep being you. And do something positive to help somebody else. That being said, you know what to do. Keep pounding. Peace, guys. This has been Mock Draft number 19 stream. See you guys next time. Peace.